Hey guys, so today, this is an exciting video. I never do book hauls because I'm broke. Well, I'm not broke, but we got other things to spend our money on. I'm sure you guys understand. You might hear the air conditioner going. It's 102 outside. It's way too hot. And I'm just gonna jump into it. There's books from multiple different places. And the first place we're going to start with is Walmart. I got Emily Henry's Beach Read. I have not read this one yet. Look how pretty the inside is, and it's got sprayed edges. Augustus Everett is an acclaimed author of literacy fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance. When she pens a happily ever after, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. In fact, the only thing that they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in the neighborhood beach houses, broken, bogged down with writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike up a deal and designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy, in January pen the next great American novel. She'll take him on field trips worthy of any rom-com montage, and he'll take her to the interview of surviving members of the backwoods death cult, obviously. Everyone will finish a book, and no one will fall in love. Really. This is a collector's edition, features painted in paper sprayed edges, and a letter from the author, and a new bonus epilogue, The Layover. It is a beautiful book. I have never read anything by Emily Henry, but I saw this book and I just couldn't pass it up. Like, look how pretty. I might save it for next summer to read, or the springtime. The next 2 books I got was from Rehome by Habitat for Humanity. It's like a thrift store. The first book I got, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. No sprayed edges on this one. I have read this one probably at least 15 times. I started in high school and I loved it, and I read it every year after that for a few years. Sometimes multiple times a year. And I got the second one last year, and I tried to read it on a reading vlog that you guys haven't seen yet. I don't know when that's coming out. Okay, so if he had been with me, everything would have been different. Autumn and Finn used to be inseparable, but then something changed, or they changed. Now they do their best to ignore each other. Autumn has her boyfriend, Jamie, and her close-knit group of friends. Finn has become that boy at the school that everyone wants to be around. That still doesn't stop the way Autumn feels every time she and Finn cross paths, and the growing nagging thought that maybe things could have been different, maybe they should be together. And as time passes, Autumn realizes that she might not get another chance to make things right before it's too late. It's got a cracked sucker on the back. That one. And the next book I got is Passion, a fallen novel by Lauren Kate. I have not read this series, but I've always wanted to. And when I saw it, I was like, you know, I don't have any of the others, but I might as well grab it. It's very beautiful. Very 2010s. This one is Luce would die for Daniel. And she has, over and over again throughout time. Luce and Daniel have found each other, only to be painfully torn apart. Luce died, Daniel has left broken and alone, but perhaps it doesn't need to be that way. Luce is certain that something or someone in the past life can help her in the present one. So she begins the most important journey of this lifetime, going back into eternities to witness firsthand her romances with Daniel, and to finally unlock the key to making their love last. Cam and the legions of angels and outcasts are desperate to catch Luce, None of them are as frantic as Daniel. He chases Luce throughout their shared pasts, terrified of what might happen if she rewrites history, because their own romance for the ages could all go up in flames forever. Sweeping across the centuries, passion, and third novel of the unforgiving epic Fallen series. I think I got both of these books for free. They were having an all books are free day. The next one I also got for free from my friend Amanda, and she's like, hey, I have this book to give to you. And I was like, dope, what is it? And it is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayherd. Now this one's a very popular one on BookTube and BookTok. I haven't read it yet. I'm not a big fantasy girl, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Cover is very interesting. Assistant wanted. Notorious high-ranking villain seeks loyal, level-headed assistant for unspecified office duties, supporting staff for random mayhem and terror, and other dark things in general. Discretion is a must. Excellent benefits. With ailing family to support, Evie Sage's employment status isn't just important, it's vital. So when mishap with Renee Dawn's most infamous villain results in a job offer, naturally she says yes. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. Don't find evil so attractive, Evie. But just when she thinks she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects that this dungeon has a huge rat and not just the literal kind, because something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Renee Dawn, and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now Evie must not only resist ruling over her boss, but also figure out exactly who is sabotaging his work and ensure that he makes them pay. After all, a good job is hard to find. It sounds like a little rom-com, like a cheesy, kind of like The Princess Bride, that kind of humor. The next book I got was from the dollar store. I showed you in my 24-hour reading vlog, but that has not gone up yet. This is Starlings by Amanda Linsmiller. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. This one is, Kit's father has always told her he had no family, but his sudden death revealed the truth. Now Kit has a grandmother she never knew she had, Agatha Starling, and an invitation to visit her father's hometown, Rosemont. Rosemont is picture perfect. From the eternal framed roses bloom all year round. Downtown is straight out of the 1950s. There's even a cute guy to show Kit around. The longer Kit's there, though, the stranger it all feels. The Starling family is reserved, but there's something off about the Starling women. About how the Starling women seem to be at the center of all the town's important history. And as welcoming as the locals are, Kit can't shake the feeling that everybody is hiding something from her. Agatha is so happy to finally meet her only granddaughter, and the town is truly charming. But Kit can't help but wonder, if everything is so great in Rosemont, why did her father leave, and why does it seem like he never wanted her to find it? I think it's a YA book. The last books are from Thrift Books, and I'm only going to read the first one because they're a series, and I don't want to spoil it for myself. This is Need, Entice, and Captivate by Carrie Jones. I first got this book in, I think, freshman year. I got it from the dollar store, and I loved it. I have read this one so many times. I never finished the series, though, but I made all of my friends read it. Pain shoots through my head, fireworks, explosions, all inside my brain. The white world goes dark, and I know what's about to happen. Zara White suspects the freaky guy and is semi-stalking her. She memorizes phobias and chants when she is nervous. And okay, she hasn't been exactly herself since her stepfather died, but moving to a shivery Maine town to stay with her grandma is supposed to be the perfect fix. So her mom says. This new plan of getting away to help Zara stay sane, not working. Turns out the semi-stalker is not a figment of Zara's imagination. He's still following her, leaving behind an eerie trail of gold dust. There's something not right, not human, in the sleepy Maine town. All the signs are pointing to Zara. It says, if you grab Stephen King and Stephanie Meyer and ask them to co-author a book, they would come up with Need by Justine Magazine. Oh, and it says www.needpixies.com. I wonder if that's still around. I'm going to look it up after this. But they're so pretty, like the gold. And a funny story about this series is my first high school dance, it was homecoming. I got a gold dress, I got gold lipstick, I got gold eyeshadow, just to be like this book. It's very cheesy, very funny, but I always steal pieces of my personality from books I love. I'm going to do a video on me reading all of these. I'm just not sure when. I still need the last book. The next book I got, I used to own, but I don't know where it went, so I got a second copy. Is Twilight, the Director's Notebook. This is awesome. There's not really like a blurb on the back I can tell you about, but I can show you some of the pictures. This is when they were filming Twilight, the first one. And they were like, this was her notebook. This is them filming the baseball scene. Their little drawings and how they wanted it to go. This is one of my favorite pieces that I've ever owned. The mirror scene, the ballet studio. And they can see how they wanted like Bella to look. And there's Alice. It's amazing. I wish they did this for every movie, but they changed directors so many times. The next book I have also read a million times before. First copy I had, the cover tore off, pages were falling out. That's how many times I read it. I also had my friends read it. This is 20 Boy Summer by Sarah Oakler. Now, if you want to cry, this is the book for you. I have been banned from giving sad books out because I love them. It's always good to cry, According to Anna's best friend Frankie, 20 days in Zanzibar Bay is the perfect opportunity to have a summer fling. And if they meet one boy every day, there's a pretty good chance Anna will find her first summer romance. Anna lightheartedly agrees to the game, but there's something she hasn't told Frankie. She's already had her romance. It was Frankie's older brother, Matt, just before his tragic death 1 year ago. Beautifully written and emotionally honest, this is a debut novel that will explore what it truly means to love someone, what it means to grieve, and ultimately how to make the most of every single moment the world has to offer. And a little quote, it says, will satisfy fans of Sarah Dessen. It does. Highly recommend. And then a little quote at the top says, don't worry, Anna, I'll tell her, okay? Just let me think about the best way to do it, okay? Promise me you won't say anything. Don't worry, I laughed. It's our secret, right? And there's sea glass on the cover. One little red piece of sea glass. This is what the back looks like. More sea glass. I got the sticker came off and it ripped a bit. And for the last series that I bought, still from Thrift Books, I got, what was the last one? The Hollow series by Jessica Verde. Look how pretty the covers are, and they've never changed. They're so pretty. And then it's haunted with a perfume bottle on it. And you can kind of see it. It's like etched onto there. And then the last book, it's got a ring. Now these are some of my favorites. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm only going to read the blurb of the first one because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm also going to do a reading video on these. I'm just waiting for fall to happen because it's a fall book. When Abby's best friend Kirsten vanishes at the bridge of Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, everyone else is too quick to accept that Kirsten is dead. And rumors fly that her death was no accident. Abby goes through the motions of mourning her best friend, but privately she refuses to believe Kristen is really gone. Then she meets Caspian, the gorgeous and mysterious boy that shows up out of nowhere at Kristen's funeral and keeps reappearing in Abby's life. Caspian clearly has secrets of his own, but he's the only person who makes Abby feel normal, but also special. Just when Abby starts to feel she might survive all of this, she learns a secret and makes her question everything she thought she knew about her best friend. How could Kristen have kept silent about so much? As Abby struggles to understand Kristen's behavior, she uncovers a frightening truth that nearly unravels her. One that will challenge her emerging love for Caspian as well as her own sanity. Jupe. There used to be a website for this, and she had the best snickerdoodle recipe on it, and unfortunately the website's closed down. I loved it. I would go on there every day. And then there's this Cold Awakening trilogy, which I've never read or seen, so I might have to get it. This is what it looks like. This one's got the first book. This one's got Heaven and Swoon and Shade and Shift. I wonder if this one has anything in the back of it. Fixing Delia Hannaford. Oh, it's got a little chunk of the book back here. It's got Sweethearts, What Once Was Lost, and The Story of a Girl. I read Sweethearts and The Story of a Girl. And then North of Beautiful, I have definitely read that one in high school. It's Hearts at Stake. There's a contest in the back of this one. It says 5 lucky winners will be selected. Entries revealed between December 1st, 2009 and May 31st, 2010. Baby boy, don't mind my messy desk, but look, he's a book boy. He's a book boy. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for videos that you want to see, let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far in the video, drop a little frog emoji in the bottom. I want to see who's watching my content, and I want to see what I can improve on and what more you want to see. Have a great day, guys. Bye.